इंद्रियाणि पराणि आहुर इंद्रियेभ्यः परम मनः मनसस्तु परा बुद्धिर्यो बुद्धेः परतस्तु सः. Hello friends, this is the 42nd shlok of the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says, Indriyani parani ahur, which means the senses are beyond the body. Indriyebhyah param manah, which means beyond the senses is the mind. Manasastu para buddhiryo, which means beyond the mind, but there is intellect. Buddheha paratastu saha, which means beyond intellect, but are you. So, in this shlok, Shri Krishna is describing to Arjun the different levels of our existence. So, we as an entity, if we were to look at our identity, then we can separate it into many layers, and that is what Shri Krishna is describing over here. So, he is saying that beyond the senses is the body. So, which means that through the body we are observing this external world, and so the body is something which is the furthest from us. Basically, body is something which is limited to just this physical universe, in the sense that once we leave this body, the body basically just starts to decay, just like any other physical entity will start to decay. So body is basically just this physical entity. It is something which is furthest from us, and closer to the body are our senses. Senses are basically all our capacity to interact with the world around us, which is seeing, hearing, tasting, and things like that. So that is the doorway for us to interact with this universe. Now, beyond the senses, then is the mind. So, whatever the senses actually are looking at, the mind then interprets, and it delivers that to our intellect. So, beyond the mind is our intellect. Intellect is the decision making capacity of us, and making the distinction of what is what. So, that is the layer which is above the intellect. And then Sri Krishna is basically saying that beyond the intellect is what you truly are. Most of the people do this mistake that they think that they are their intellect and they stop over there. This is the mistake that most of the Western traditions also do, and we have to really understand how this creates the confusion inside us. So, the thing that we have to realize is that we are the observer. We basically are the one who is witnessing what is going on outside us, and so we cannot be something which is witnessed, as in we are the one who is witnessing. Therefore the witnessing person cannot be something which is getting witnessed. And so with that understanding, if you look at the things, then you can clearly see that we are not our intellect. So what is basically intellect? Intellect is our ability to think and make decision. And if you pay close attention, then you can see that you are not really the ideas that are coming inside you. The ideas that are coming inside you are something which is observed by you. That's why you say, oh, this idea came into my mind, oh, that idea came into my mind. That means that the idea is something that comes to us, so we observe it. So we are basically witnessing the idea. So if we are witnessing the idea, then that means that we are not the idea, and if we are not the idea, then we are not the intellect. So we are something which is beyond the intellect, which is the observer. So that is what Sri Krishna is clarifying over here to Arjun, that the lowest level of our existence is our physical body. Above that are our senses. Above that is our mind. Above the mind is our intellect. And beyond the intellect is what you truly are. And so anything that is happening in these lower levels, which is mind, senses, body, or intellect, is something that you should observe and should not identify with. So that is why you can say that the statement that is very popular in the Western tradition, which is Rene Descartes' statement that says that I think, therefore I am, it should be the other way around. It should be I am, therefore I think. Because the thinking is something that is experienced by us. It's not that if there is no thinking, then there is not us. We are always there, but in us the thinking happens. It's not that thinking is who we are. So that is what you have to understand over here. So I hope that I have clarified this slok well to you. With that, I will close this video. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.